On this episode, I'll be unboxing Marvel's Werewolf by Night with music by Michael Giacchino and art by Francisco Francavilla. Let's cue the music. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. It's Ralph, and yes, I got Werewolf by Night, music by Michael Giacchino. And before we get started, there's something that I want to mention. I don't usually do this often, but I'm going to talk about the packaging. When I got this in the mail, first of all, the mailman was so kind to just like walk halfway up our stairs and toss it up to my doorstep of my apartment. It made a really loud thud, and then I got my shipping notification that this has been sent. So I'm a little concerned with how it showed up. Also, the packaging, the packing of this, it seems a little sloppy to me. I'm normally used to Mondo sending stuff real nice and cleanly, but if you look at this, it's kind of just like it feels a little slapped together, and like I'm concerned. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but this side here was bent in different than this side here, and so it feels like the record's secure, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But this is the first time I received a package that was kind of sort of not packed great, and I kind of expect more from Mondo, and I don't want to blame anybody. I don't want to throw shade on anyone who's working in the warehouse at Mondo, because I, for several years, worked in a warehouse in the hot California summers, packing toys and collectibles for a place called Corner Store Comics and Amazing Toys. I also became a warehouse manager, or a manager of the shop as well. And so I know what it's like working in a warehouse and packing stuff. It's not pleasant. You're on your feet all day. It's repetitive. It's tedious. And I know that morale probably isn't high over at Mondo right now, so I don't blame anybody, because, this could have been packed with like a half hour left on the clock. It's probably 4:30 in the afternoon. You just want to get out of there. You've been on your feet all day long packing this stuff. So this is just a reminder that there are people working to put this stuff out. I'm not going to complain. I'm assuming the record is fine inside. If not, we'll chalk it up to the carelessness of the mailman that tossed this up on my porch. But this is definitely a reminder of those days of working hard in a warehouse, packing product to send out in a timely manner. And to everybody working at Mondo, everybody sort of on the front lines of doing this stuff, this is a reminder that you guys are still there, and I'm hoping that morale it goes up. I know it's been a shitty time over there, and I don't blame you, but I just want to let everybody know that's still working over there, that's still putting out this stuff, even though Funko is this just they seem shitty. I wouldn't want to work for Funko. I'm not saying that you don't want to, but it just feels like with this is the first time I've gotten a package like this. That morale might be down. And I just want to say that we're here for you. If you have anything to say, come on the show, leave messages in the comments. But you guys are appreciated. It's really tough being a fan of Mondo because of Funko. And I like Mondo. I liked what Mondo was, and I still like people that are working for Mondo. It's just a real bummer that Funko's kind of doing their own things. This wrapping job is a little hard to cut through. But let's open this up, because I'm here for the record. Werewolf by Night is, if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's on Disney Plus. And it's great. And I really, really enjoy the score. Michael had a screening at Walt Disney Studios in Burbank. Is it Burbank? I think it's Burbank. And I was there, and afterwards they had a Q&A with the fellows over at Bronze Age Monsters. They used to be called the Werewolf by Night podcast. Now they're called Bronze Age Monsters. Bronze Aged... Fuck. Bronze Age Monsters. Bronze Age Monsters. Go check them out. Because they're doing great stuff. But they did a Q&A with Michael, and one of the most interesting things about Werewolf by Night is that Michael, directed it and did the score. And he was telling a story about directing Kirk Thatcher, who played Joven in the movie, and would have to go back and do additional takes so that Kirk was walking in time with the music that Michael had in his head. If you want to hear more about Werewolf by Night, there's a whole episode of me and Michael sitting down together and talking about the project and a lot more. So go ahead and check that out. The picture is going to look like this. So find it. Maybe I'll put it as the featured album. But let's get to this record, because I am incredibly excited. So from the looks of it, I gotta say, it looks like, regardless of how the outer packaging looked, everything on the inside is perfectly crisp. Mondo again, doing great work. I'm very excited about this because I really like the score, but also I think there's a lot of bonus stuff in here. So here's the cover. It's going to be a little shiny because of the cellophane. I have to mention that every episode. But let's pop this thing open. Tiny Knife is back in the full swing of things. I watched another unboxing where they used the knife points up here, and maybe I should do that instead. That might be better. Because I feel like when I slide it down in here, and you guys could tell me, this might be damaging the inside when I do that shit. So let's open her up. Ah, fuck. Well, doing it that way, I just ripped the obi strip a little bit. That's okay. I'm not too concerned. I'm not too precious about this stuff, as you guys probably know. So we're going to take a look at the obi strip first. And it's a dark gray with a slightly lighter gray writing. So there's the information on the front. Here's Michael Giacchino, original soundtrack. I probably should have cut my nails before doing this. And that Werewolf by Night logo that is reminiscent of like an old like RKO picture or a Universal Monster picture, sort of. I don't even know if it's Art Deco, sort of writing, but there it is. Let's see. Available now from Mondo. Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It's an Elfman title. And Black Widow. So no other mentions. Thor Love and Thunder. If you guys like Michael's work with Marvel, I did an unboxing of that a couple months ago. And that's that. So let's get to the record, because that's why we're here. Look at this artwork. Here is the full artwork. Try to get that glare off of it. It's going to happen no matter what. I need to figure out, I need to get like a studio instead of just recording these in the corner of my apartment. But look at that. Look at the eyes. And Francisco mentioned his poster version of this, which is the same artwork. It's just the poster size dimensions, is that the full moon behind the werewolf resembles fangs, which I thought was interesting. So let's take a look at the back. Here's your track list. And some more information with that skull from the beginning where they choose the numbers of who's going to go into the maze first to find the man thing. And there's the man thing there. There's a lot of fun detail on the front of this cover. There is like, you have Ted right there. You have these guys. You have the maze and those eyes. Those glowing red eyes. And, of course, the bloodstone in the middle. The bloodstone is sort of the inspiration for the vinyl. So the vinyl is called Bloodstone Splatter. And then I forgot to do this. For those of you on Discogs, follow me on Discogs at CasinoSkunk. I tore this, but here's your barcode. Scan that. Add Werewolf by Night to your want list or to your collection. And follow me at CasinoSkunk on Discogs. Let's take a look at the gatefold. I just got spoiled on this the other day. I usually don't see the gatefolds ahead of time, but look at this gatefold. I mean, holy cow. Here you go. You got Elsa sitting there in the chair from the ending where they play Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Try to get the glare out of there with the werewolf. Back there, you have some ghouls and bats and monsters. Like this image. Look at this image. This image is terrific. What I'll do is I'll take photos of everything that came in this and post them on my Instagram. So go to instagram.com/Cue the Music Podcast. And not only will I have up close images, but I'll have a review after I've done listening to the soundtrack, which I've listened to a bunch as digital. And let me get my hand in here because I've been searching for something that I saw was in here. And check this out. Talk about classic horror Hollywood. There's a lobby card, a Werewolf by Night lobby card. And in here you have the werewolf in the cage. Or I guess he might be outside the cage. And in the corner it says, "I don't know, Jack." But this is amazing. This is really cool. This is a really cool lobby card. Mine got dented a little bit in there. It got too far in the gatefold. That's fine. I don't mind. It's just going to go right back in there. Back is blank. But shit, this might be something that I frame and stick up back here on my wall of fun stuff. So there you go. Check out that lobby card. Again, I will have a detailed photo on this on my Instagram channel, and you can read that along with my review on Instagram, as well as YouTube, my YouTube community page or community tab. Here are your liner notes, everything you need to know, the track list, the credits, everything in there. And on the back of this, you have this wonderful scene with David Silverman playing his flaming tuba as Jack enters the maze for the first time. Also, another thing that I wouldn't mind just tossing up and framing. That's a really cool picture. Maybe I'll just do the lobby card. I think the lobby card's cool. All right, let's get to the record. Again, I mentioned it's a blood red or bloodstone vinyl splatter. And let's see how it looks. Oh, wow. So cool. So it's almost a clear vinyl with... It's you can see through it, so it looks like zombie hands coming through. But yeah, it's a translucent vinyl with this red sort of blood splatter, and it's got that great Werewolf by Night, Art Deco, Universal Monster, RK, I don't know what you call it, black and white art. So lovely. It looks really good. It's a nice heavy weight too. It's 140 gram, 180 gram. I don't really know the difference. I know it's weight, but for me as a new collector, it's not a huge deal to me. But it feels real heavy and real nice, and I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to review it for you guys over on Instagram and my YouTube communities tab. So make sure you're following those at Cue the Music Podcast on both of those. And if you're still on Twitter around at Cue the Music, you'll get all those links in a couple seconds. But here is the cover for Marvel Studios' Werewolf by Night, music by Michael Giacchino. It's terrific. I love this, the old classic Marvel, I don't know what you would call that. It's like the Obi strip of comic books. It's a little old Marvel strip. I did not mention the spine. This is Mondo 274. This is the 274th Mondo, and I'm going to try to get that spine. There you go. In focus. So there you go. Marvel's Werewolf by Night. I can't wait to pop it in. This is a wonderful, wonderful release. I'm very happy with it. Hopefully it sounds good, and I'll let you know in a little bit. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.